What's up guys, Tucker Singer here with S&S Smithing. The audio might be kind of on this one because we're in the new gator enclosure that's in the process of being built and finished up here. So, let's get talking about that. New gator enclosure is well underway. You can see the pond here behind me. Been working on it the last few days, so that's why this video might be coming up late, probably. Because usually I've been releasing videos around Friday at 1 p.m. But it's going to be a little off because I've been putting a lot of time into this lately. So, but a big thing we got to talk about with the channel is we just broke 400 subscribers, guys. That's awesome. I think at the moment of recording this, I'm about 402. Yeah, 402 subscribers. It's awesome. Thanks, guys. And I think in no time we'll be getting to 500 subscribers here. So. Guys, keep sharing it around, and again, let me know in the comments what you think of everything, and thanks for all the subscribers and support, guys, even though I've been kind of hit or miss over the past little while between car accidents and a few injuries I've had and stuff like that, but thanks, guys, for always being able to stick with the channel and for helping it grow. Alright, now let's get talking about this enclosure here. Alright guys, so let's start from the outside here. We have a 6-foot tall fence by a retriever. Picked it up at Tractor Supply, cost about $530. It is 5 feet wide by 10 feet long. And then below that, before I set up the fence, was I built a 12 by 6 foot platform. So that way I have area around it so I can get two things in behind and around. And also to help distribute the weight of the pond, because I think whenever I calculated how many gallons it was months and months ago, I think it was like 1,500 pounds, probably a little bit more than that, of actual weight just from the water. So I built a platform here. The first 5 foot or so, 4 or 5 foot, is built with 2x4s framing with 2-foot centers, and then the last like 5 or 6 feet or so, I can't remember exactly where the transition was. That was a couple days or weeks ago, I don't remember, but it goes from 2-foot centers to 8-inch centers underneath the pond, and it's got cross members in it and everything. And then the actual pond itself, well, we'll keep going on the base. The base and the pond are made out of, after it's been framed in, has 3/4 inch plywood for the base, for the panels for the base. Then it's been sealed up with a rubberized coating to prevent any moisture and water getting into it. And everything's a mess in here still because it's still getting worked on. You know how it is. And the pond's the same way. Both sides have 3/4 inch plywood, or whatever it was. It's either 5/8, 3/4 inch, don't remember. Plywood. And then the frame of it is 16-inch centers all the way around. And then it's got the plywood on either side underneath this pond liner here. And then inside where the pond liner would go, where the water is, I have this insulation board here to keep any sharp edges or splinters, or maybe even some like stray screws that didn't sink in all the way, from poking any holes in the liner. Now this is PVC pond liner I bought, but for the insulation is mostly just for cushion, but it should also help keep the pond at a constant temperature. And the outside and the inside of the pond, as well as like any exposed wood that's going to be here for extended periods of time, have been coated with the rubberized coating to prevent it from rotting. So all that got coated, and then we put in the insulation over top for inside of the pond. I put it in while the rubberized coating was still kind of like wet, kind of tacky almost, kind of glued in place a little bit. And then after that, put in the pond liner works out all the wrinkles. And I tried my best to do a version of like the folded corner method here. I don't know how well you can see that back there, where the corners fold in and out, trying to make it look a little nicer and work out all the wrinkles in the bottom. Now, I just put gravel in here yesterday, so it's kind of cloudy. I did my best to rinse off the gravel, but it was still pretty dirty when I put it in. You couldn't even see the bottom, so it's clearing up now. I took one of the pumps I had and made a makeshift filter just to try to get all the sediment out of the water as quick as possible. I took a milk crate and I took an old pillow, took all of the polyester stuffing out of the inside of the pillow, put it in the crate, put the pump that does, what was it, 650 gallons an hour, put that in the center of the foam, or the polyester fill, wrap it all around the pump, and then I took a piece of the insulation board, drilled some holes in it, put it over top of the crate so nothing was floating out, and then that's been doing a good job of sucking up all the fine sediment and stuff. So once everything's cleared up, I'll probably take that out and then maybe refine it a bit and then use it to actually help with the filtration system. But as you can see right now, the pond is not completed yet. I still have a top layer of boards I'm going to put over top of the edge here, which I'll show you here in a minute. And I have the waterfall hooked up again just to help filtration. And the rest of the waterfall there, the pump for that. Now this is the pump for the actual waterfall itself. This is the filter I had on the old alligator enclosure. So at the moment he doesn't have a filter, but it shouldn't matter with how much time it's going to take to finish this. He should be fine. The water won't get all gunky or whatever. But this is a Cascade 1000 canister filter. I unhooked it from the old enclosure out of the old pond and hooked it up to this one to kind of help get the water cycled, and then also to help filter out all that sediment, like I said. So it comes in, goes down under there, gets filtered through all the filtering systems, comes back out, goes into the waterfall, and then the waterfall has some more filter media in it to further filter out any of the sediment. So that's been doing its thing. So I gotta wait for, I've been going through, once stuff settles up, kicking it back up, try to get it all sucked out. And then I have a LED shop light over top to bring light into this. That's not going to be any heating lights or anything like that. So that's just there to make it light, and I'm going to hook it up to a timer for daylight timing and nighttime, so it'll shut itself on and off. And then pretty much what's going to happen for the heating bulbs and all that kind of stuff, I'm just going to take all that from the existing enclosure and hang it up in here. And the plans that's going to happen that you guys haven't seen yet is around this edge here, all the way around, except for maybe the pond. It won't be that dramatic, but it'll still be there. I'm going to build a plywood retaining wall along the inside of all these walls, about 2 foot high, to help make a visual barrier, so that way the alligator won't see everything moving around and stuff. Help keep him relaxed and also keep him from trying to escape by pushing up against the fencing all the time and stuff like that. But around the pond, it might only be maybe 10 inches-ish all the way around the perimeter of the pond here, because he should be able to still get up and just sit on the edge of the pond. And then for him to be able to get in and out of the pond, I'm going to take and build a ramp that comes off of the pond here, and for rungs on it, that way it's not just a boring old ramp. I'm going to take some branches and stuff like that and put them all the way across the pond, or all the way across the ramp, all the way up, almost like rungs for a ladder, to help them have some grip getting up and down the ramp and into the water. And then once all that stuff's done, I'm going to put in cypress mulch in here after I get all this crap cleared out of here. Cypress mulch, and then I'm going to decorate the edge of the pond and the waterfall, try to hide the hosings and stuff with some plants. And I'm going to put more branches and stuff in here, make it look more natural. So now let's go out I'll show you the boards that's going to be the top plate for the pond over the edge. Help, it's going to have a slight overhang just to help keep any splashing from getting out. Alright, so let's get moving. Now these boards here are going to be the top plates and the splash guards to go over top of the pond. I burn them so that way the grain comes out, makes it nice and pretty. I also think it'll match up pretty good with the black pond liner. So I think that'll be good, and I sealed them up, so I'm waiting for that to dry and cure before I attach to the top of the pond, and then I can fill the pond the rest of the way up. The pond's dimension is 5 feet by 5 feet by 21 inches deep. But yeah, she's coming along. But so guys, that's what's going on now for the channel, in case if I might be hit or miss over the next couple weeks. It's just been working on getting this thing all finished up. Oh, and also to help work on the holding the weight of the pond so it doesn't come crashing down through the floor. I went under the crawl space of the house and took cinder blocks and jacks and jacked up the floor and stuff like that, and have it supported so that way the weight doesn't make the floor come breaking through or make anything sag or anything like that. So, and then probably in, I don't know, I might in a few weeks or so, after the pond's been fully filled up for a while and everything's had a chance to kind of settle in place, I'll go back under. I might take you guys along with me, go back under, and then tighten up the jacks and stuff a little bit more to bring the floor up some more, you know, just to give it a little more reinforcement, because everything's going to settle in place. So just going to tighten those up a couple inches again, and then that should be good. Alright guys, again, thanks for watching and subscribing. It's awesome we hit 400 subscribers, guys. So, as always, this is Tucker Singer, S&S Smithing. See you next time.